Good morning. I'm so happy you're here today. Today, we are going to learn more about how we can show our love for God and tell others about God's love. Today's text comes from the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 22, and it reads, "But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against these things." What wonderful news, right? Showing love for God is not against the law. The Holy Spirit guides you in doing these things. So just like when you have show and tell at school, you bring something that's really special to you and you let your class know, why it's special. You show them what it means to you in your life. So you can do the same with your love for God. And in this text, it talks about those fruits of the Spirit. So we're not talking about real fruit like an orange or an apple. We're talking about a different kind of fruit. So that Spirit that lives in you, that God put there, it helps you behave a certain way. It helps you show love a certain way. So, first part of our lesson, how do we show the love of God? So, let's look at what the text told us and our fruits. And I have some little fruits here for you. So, we see these little fruit. So, I want you to remember these 9 things, the ways that you can show the love of God. And that is, first of all, to be loving, to show love, to be joyful, maintaining a good attitude, about things, to show peace, to try to find peace in all situations, to have patience. Sometimes we want things right when we want them, but it doesn't always work that way. And hey, this is also connected to how we show our love of God, show the love of God. And so we do that by being patient. We also do that by being kind. Being kind to others never gets old. It can turn the most angry person into the nicest person that you'll ever meet. So always be kind. Showing goodness. Just being good, right? I mean, how much simpler can it be? Having faith, faithfulness. That means believing even when you don't know the answer, even when you don't know the outcome, believing that God will carry you through. Gentleness, approaching things in a gentle manner, not always rough and fast, but gentle. And self-control. How many of us need more of this? Self-control. So that means maybe stopping and asking yourself, is there a different way that I can handle this situation? Is there a different way that I can respond to my mom or to my parent? Is there a different way that I can respond to my brother or my sister? And so thinking about that, self-control. And what wonderful good news. In doing all of these things, you become a walking billboard for the love of God. So people are going to wonder, wow, how does he or she stay so joyful? How do they show so much love? Why are they so kind? How do they have faith in this situation that I can't seem to work through? And so in those moments, when people are wondering what makes you the way you are, tell them that God does. Tell them that God's love for you makes you that way. And that God's love can also be for them. All they have to do is accept him and know that he sacrificed his life and rose for the dead for the goodness of us, to save us from our own sin. So that's today's lesson. Remember, show and tell people about God's love. Those fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. They never get old. We love you. Have a good week.